Hello everybody, welcome to the Harmonica Garage. Today we are going to tear into a Harmonetta. Not too many of these around, really rare. And one of my customers had one. He said, man, I really want to get this thing going. So I said, well, bring it in and we'll tear into it and see what we can do. I really didn't know too much about them when I started, but through some great advice from John Cook and some other guys who have tore into this thing, I got some great advice. And anyway, so that's going to be our job. It's going to take a while, so it'll be 3 or 4 tapes in a series going through this thing. But I hope if you have one, I hope that this will help you out. Okay? So, I'm going to set my camera here, my laptop. I'm doing this on my laptop. So there you go. And I've already started on this one. Now there's 2 screws that hold the top on, 2 screws that hold the bottom on. And when you take the cover off, it's full of springs and things. Now, I've already started on this. There's these little strips of brass closures. And we're going to take those off, is what we're going to do. When they press this button, they open up. I've got to tape down so you can't see it now. I already started on this, and then I had to start over. So anyway, this is what we got. The very important is the tape before you do anything. Take a piece of gaffer's tape and lay it across the top of these brass strips because they're like little springs. And on these brass strips, you can see each one is put down. I put a couple back here so you can see. Each one is put on with a little nut and a washer on there. Now when you take that nut off, this spring's going to pop up and it'll blow that washer God knows where. Because once they go, you can't find them. They're a done deal. So make sure you got the tape on there really well. Then you take your nut driver. This is 3mm. You just put it on there. I always hold my finger on there too just to make sure that don't pop off. And then you take your nut off. Now you need tweezers because your fingers, you just can't do it. Take your nut off. Then take your little washer off. That's where this little pointy thing comes in handy, because if you hit it on the corner, it'll kind of lift up the other end, and you can get your thing underneath it and pull it off. Now once you get that off, you push this strip forward and that thing will pop right off there. See, it comes right off. I got the tape on now. See what I mean? Let me show you one more time. See this one here? It's got the nut on it. Can you see that? Put your nut driver on there. Take it off. Like I said, I always like to put my finger over there just to make sure. Grab your nut with your tweezers. Put it in your jar. Always have a jar to put your parts, otherwise you're going to lose them. And then get that little washer off there. And then, boom. Okay, so you do that all the way down, right? After you get that all the way down, then you take your tape off real gently. See, this is why I use the gaffer's tape, because it's not real sticky. Right, so you got them all off now. Now, what you do is you got to undo the springs in the back. So what you got to do is you pull on the end of this very gently, and it'll get it out of the slot right here. There's a little slot. You pull that, and see that? It pops right out. Then you take your needle nose and get on the back side of that little spring. And just hold that. Boom, comes right out. But don't let your spring snap back. Let it sit back gently. And you do that all the way down the line, see? All the way down. As you can see where I've already started it. Here's one right here, see? Pull it forward. It'll come out of the little groove. And then put your pliers on the back of the spring. And just pull that thing right off. Let your spring down gently. Boom, boom, boom. And you do this all the way down. See? It's tedious, but hey, no other way you can do it, you know? See what I mean? Get it on the back. Pop that right off. Okay, and you do that all the way down. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rest of these, and then I'll flip it back down. I'll show you the next step. Okay. Okay.